Well. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Please like the video, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, let's go straight to the point. I watched the post-fight interview of Efe Ajagba last night after he bamboozled and crushed Amir Mansour. Efe Ajagba needs to learn how to compose himself on the mic. And I think for a guy like Efe Ajagba, a guy has gigantic, big, strong dude, he needs to learn how to compose himself on the mic. It looks like Efe Ajagba is a very shy guy, when he got asked a question by the presenter or journalist. He was very shy, in a way that he didn't want to talk or speak too much. And he went out of topic, once or twice, I guess. That's why Efe Ajagba needs a spokesperson. Someone like Hearn of Metro Boxing, because I think Schaefer is not a good spokesperson. He does not put his money where his mouth is. Eddie Hearn, let's take Eddie Hearn for example. Eddie Hearn and Joshua saga for example. Don't you see how Eddie Hearn, promote Anthony Joshua? Joshua hardly speak. Because Joshua is not a trash talker. Joshua is a calm, collective dude. Joshua grew up in a Nigerian household. So Joshua, always we have that shyness, him within himself. I think Efe Ajagba is the same. Efe Ajagba grew up in a very quiet place in Nigeria. He did not grow up in the street. In the street of Ajegule, like some people I know grew up in. That's not where you want to go. Because if you are not strong enough, you cannot survive there. I've been there once or twice when I visited Lagos a few years back. So, Ajaba needs a spokesman, someone like Eddie Hearn to coach him, to be his mouthpiece. Ajaba needs a mouthpiece. Let's just keep it real. His interview last night was not really impressive in my opinion. He spoke very normal. And when he got asked a question, who would he like to fight next? He said, I will fight anyone. That's a basic question or basic answer you expect from a fighter. But if Eddie Hearn had been there or was his promoter, Eddie Hearn would have analyzed the situation and who he will be fighting next, or who he will likely fight next. I'm not saying this to bash Ajaba or saying this to criticize him. I'm just saying he needs someone who can talk for him, who can talk that talk, because he can walk that walk, but he's too shy to talk the talk. Guys like Ike Ibeabuchi. I say Ike Ibeabuchi. You Americans and foreigners say Ike Ibeabuchi. Good, no problem. All the same. Ike Ibeabuchi was a huge talker, and he backed it up at every given time. Samuel Peter was a very huge, arrogant talker who backed it up most of the time he fought. And he said in one interview, who next? That interview went viral, I guess. So I liked it as well, when he said that, who next? In Nigerian slang, you can say, who be next? Bring on, make a hammer here, in a way like that, Samuel Peter, one of my favorite fighter of all time. You might say, well, but it's just the fact. He was a very good fighter. I don't think he's retired now. At one time he retired, but came back from retirement and fought Kubrat Pulev, got stopped. Simon Peter is already old, doesn't have the strength anymore. So, Efe Ajagba is not Simon Peter. Efe Ajagba has the personality of Anthony Joshua, meaning a calm, collective, person. He's a calm, collective person who doesn't talk much. Efe Ajagba cannot talk trash or talk shit or get into trash talk like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, we know he comes from Alabama. He has that doubt energy already, to talk shit. One thing I have to give Wilder prop for is that Wilder backs it up a lot of times. Look at his record: 40 fights, 39 wins and 1 draw, I guess. That draw was against Tyson Fury. But we know Wilder fought bums, but some bums are hard to knock out. But Wilder stopped them with his windmill, helicopter, drunk octopus style. Impressive, in my opinion. So, but Efe Ajagba is no Wilder. He has a very quiet personality, He's a very quiet guy, shy, a little bit shy, and he's not really comfortable when he's on the mic. He cannot speak freely as he wants to. Why, on the other hand, Efetobo Apochi is a good talker. I like Efetobo Apochi. Other than what he said about Joshua, which I think he regrets now. But I like him. He's a guy who has this charisma and he's got this energy to talk and fight as well, which is cool in my opinion. He does not need a spokesperson, but Ajaba does. Ajaba is too shy for the mic. He's a monster in a ring, just like Joshua, but is too shy. Joshua is shy as well, but Joshua didn't manage to talk. But Ajaba is just shy and it feels like he doesn't want to talk. It's like he's not that confident in himself when you give him the mic. But I think he has to grow into the game, because it's a game. Some people are very good in the mic, some people ain't good in the mic. So I remember the first time I started, this channel, started creating videos, I was very shy. At one point I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I just kept everything real. I just went raw every time. So at some point I wanted to sound very professional, The first time I wanted to sound very professional, like read from the script. I was like, damn, man, before I read all this paper, it's gonna take a long time. So I just have to freestyle everything and memorize everything. So at some point I said, fuck it, I'm going raw and rugged, like we say in Nigeria. Raw and rugged. Well, that's my opinion. I might be wrong, I might be right. Maybe he's not shy, maybe he is. I just think he needs a spokesperson. Schaefer ain't the one. Shelly Finkel is not the one. Hearn, you hardly see the guy talk. I mean, I've never saw an interview of Hearn. If you have it, you can send it. No, I've never seen it, so I'll leave of the guy Hearn, but there's no interview of him. So give your thoughts below, guys. Like the video, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter and follow me on Instagram at Boxing Blog Center, guys. Cheers.